Morning guys, it's Easter Sunday. Me and the dog are back out in the bush going for a walk. We watched a couple rabbits in the yard this morning, and I think it was Mr. and Mrs. Easter Bunny roaming around, eating after a hard day's or hard night's work, visiting all the little kids in the world. But me and the dog Jersey were just out, and thought I'd may as well set out my trail cameras. It's a bit early, but it doesn't hurt to get them out. You'll lose a little bit of battery life just being out and not taking a lot of pictures. But here we're back at the mineral site. I've got my second camera out. That's all I'm going to put out for now. Just want to see the bears in the food plots and see what kind of animals are hitting the fountain, or the mineral fountain and the mineral licks. It's just right there, so it's about 15 feet, probably less than that, probably 12 feet away from the camera. The camera is at about 3 feet off the ground, 3.5 feet off the ground. It's facing southwest, so it's kind of all of the things I told you not to do. But I like to have my cameras hidden as best I can, and it shouldn't be too bad because the southwest there's a lot of big trees, so I think for the most part we'll be good. But what I like to do is just leave them out for a while, see what kind of pictures you get. If you're not getting the quality of pictures you want, move the camera. You know, pick a different tree, go lower, go higher, angle it a bit. You know, they're a tool, and you just have to figure out the best way to use them. But yeah, so that's camera number 2. One of my cameras that I checked yesterday is actually dead, so I'll have to replace that. Seems like I go through cameras every 2 years. I think I have to replace one of them. But that's all part of being out in the bush and putting up cameras. And you know, I'm not just randomly shooting deer. You know, I don't shoot does and fawns. I don't shoot spike bucks. I do have a bit of a management plan, and cameras are a great way of utilizing technology to really enhance your scouting. You know, you could put 4 or 5 cameras out and cover hundreds of acres, and to me that's really important to be able to do a survey of what do you have. You know, if you're not getting pictures of many deer and you're going out and killing does, well, that's not very good for your management plan. You're better off to shoot a small buck, because you only need one buck to breed with, you know, a dozen does. Probably not that many, but you know, he doesn't he's got the easy job. He's got to fight a few other deer and run around breeding. You know, don't shoot does with fawns, even if it's a year-old fawn or 3/4 of a year-old fawn. You know, there's a good chance that fawn's not going to survive. You're just hurting yourself. It's just like the spring bear hunt. You know, part of the reason they canceled it was because people were shooting sows with cubs. Well, that's not good for anybody, because now you got a little cub running around who doesn't know anything, and he's going to get into trouble. You know, if it lives. You know, those big boars, they're going to be out eating, and they'll eat cubs. But just a quick video on where and how to set up your trail cameras. Growing Deer TV has a few segments on it. If it's deer related, check them out. Those guys know a lot. Biologic has some good stuff on food plots. Don't be afraid to email those guys. They will get back to you. I speak to one of the guys fairly regularly, and he'll answer any questions. It's Easter Sunday. I'm going to finish my walk and head home and see the family.